has not heard from Joseph. So, um, we will. So what happened last time?
We ambushed the ambush.
Yes, you ambushed the ambush
Well,
because they collectively rolled a 22 on stealth, but you've got a fucking druid.
Hi, I could still see ya.
we didn't even ambush the ambush. We walked up and said hi to the ambush.
Yes, you did walk up and say hi.
Howdy, couldn't help but notice that you're just kind of sitting in the bushes for some reason. So
Well,
what up?
howdy, partner. What's up?
Y'all were like, "We're here to see Subri," and they were like, "Oh, you think that we are here for her? Oh no, oh no, we are here for you."
You look dangerous. Want to wrestle?
Yeah.
More specifically, we're here for
Quite
Davril.
dangerous.
Oh, before that, Sebastian left, and then we picked up Julian's new character.
How about that?
Yes.
Yes, Zarius, who is a good boy.
Sorry, yes.
He
He's
beat
a good
Cervantes fair and square in a arm wrestling contest.
Yes, very fair and square,
No help at all.
Fair, I swear.
without any help. Um, yes, and then you set down the flying carpet to go talk to Subri in the magical prison, and there were drow waiting for you. And then we spent a lot of time in combat. Oh, Madam Flowers and Davril hooked up last episode.
That did happen.
Yeah.
What's new?
And Bubbles knows.
Is Metal's name like meddling kids? Like metal?
No, like test your metal.
Test your like Metal, like as in like Earth metal?
Mettle.
Mettle.
Metal like that is like your chutzpah, right?
Yeah.
Metal like Scooby Doo is with two D's.
Okay. Thank you. Just needed to specify.
English is fun.
Yep.
And then okay, and then what was your name? Zarius? Zarius was your name,
Yes.
not Azarius, just Zarius.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yes. And you brought the stuff that you got from the Cremor Trap House with you, I believe.
And bubbles. And we got
And Bubbles. And you got Bubbles, who was absolutely going to come with or without you. Um, and now ambush, and we are at the top of initiative order. Is there anything that anyone remembers that happened that I did not?
What am I concentrating on? Call
I
like
got stabbed a lot.
Oh yeah, yes. Darius got stabbed a lot,
That's
And-
a lot of stabbing.
and Metal is concentrating on call lightning because he's raining. Because I'm a smart DM and I made it overcast when I was going to have you attacked by drow in the middle of the day.
Strangely enough, for some reason, after that episode, they only had sunny skies.
I mean, to be fair, it is sort of a deserty kind of place. I think you had weather when you were in the ocean. Also, you only get weather when it's inclement. Otherwise, no weather.
There is no like mild to moderate weather. There's only like no weather or all the weather.
so.
It's a
Florida.
common failing of the Sword Coast. Also, Florida. Yes.
Do we just live in Coachella?
Alrighty. So top of initiative order, and also at the end of the last round, when that mage died, this shadow demon pops out of existence, as does the square of tentacles that was holding Davril restrained. Because he had conjured both of them into existence. So top of the combat order, it is Ian's turn.
Is the range on this? Boop. I'm just gonna do a little mind sliver on this dude.
On the assassin. All right, that's intelligence, right?
Yep.
All right. He fails. It's a 7.
Boop, boop, boop. And just 7 psychic damage.
Okay. And then he has disadvantage?
I think
A
he
D4.
subtracts the D4, yeah,
D4. Correct. Okay.
from the next saving throw.
Yes.
And then I'm just
Anything
gonna
else?
run over to Lars and go, "Why aren't you moving?"
AFK is displayed across his forehead.
I'm actually
Oh.
gonna stand slightly farther away from him. Cool, that's it.
All right. Davril, it is your turn.
That's me. I can't remember. Is this person problem?
That person, yes. I believe that they are both prone and grappled. And Zarius had. Oh, you went down, didn't you? Did you? No, you didn't go down. You still have one hit. One.
No,
HP
I got
left.
a fat hit point left.
Okay, you haven't gone down. Yes, so that
That's
person
my
is
thick-ass
currently
hit point.
currently both prone and grappled.
Okay. I had personally don't want to get close, so I'm just going to Eldritch Blast the one that is standing up. So.
The one that Ian attacked.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. 17 hits.
So do the first one.
All of those hit.
Oh, I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know what, but the
The
first
fourth
3
time.
hit. The first 3 hit.
Okay. The first one is 18.
Okay. You kill him with the second shot. So, how do you kill him?
I'm just after the mind sliver, just focusing my lamp and just rapid firing, kind of fanning the lamp. Wanting to go now, help our new friend out. I just need to make sure one of them was dead. Does the third one? I'm assuming doesn't hit.
They died before the third hit, so you can redirect that at someone if you would like.
I think the only person up is the one who's grabbed. Right?
There's another assassin right here.
Oh shit. Yeah, then I'll direct it.
Okay. Which it still will hit because his AC is the same. So 6 force damage on the last one, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll walk over to our new buddy, just like, you doing all right? You seem a little hurt, but I mean, you got her though. She's not going anywhere.
This is not my first rodeo. No problems.
He seems like a very accomplished cowboy.
I'm a very good punching bag.
What's that supposed to do? Let's see. That will be it for me.
All right, Zarius.
I'm usually D4 of damage for having them grappled
For
at the
having
beginning
them
of my turn.
grappled. Okay.
Yes,
Roll the grapple damage. You
I'm gonna
crush
do 2
down a
damage.
little bit. You crush down a little bit on her sternum.
Dope.
She
I'm
coughs.
going to bonus action second wind
Okay.
so that I can give myself maybe a few hit points. Okay.
All right. Hey, you got a fat 13 now.
Hey,
Hey,
we're looking real thick right now, boys.
thick boy.
And I'm gonna try to punch her twice.
All right.
And because she's grappled, I have these at advantage.
Yes.
Okay. Let's throw some dice.
Roll some dice on this lady.
Okay, 25 for the first hit.
Yes.
Okay, and We'll roll some dice.
Uh,
27 for the second.
yeah. Yes, they both hit. I was like 45. Jesus Christ. Yes, they both hit.
Okay. And then we'll do 10 damage for the first punch,
Okay.
and then another 10 for the second.
Okay. Excellent. She coughs a little bit. And she is going to... What is she gonna do? The fuck is that? Oh, okay.
Who the fuck is
Um,
what?
Sorry, this person has Dispel Good, Evil and Good, which is a 5th level spell that I have never seen before.
Neat.
Yeah. So as her bonus action, she is going to summon a spiritual weapon. Which I'm currently making an icon for. And she's going to summon it directly behind Zarius, because of course she is. No, that's not the one I want. Thank you. Because I definitely read all of my spells. I read all of my spells for all of these people. Don't even have an excuse. I'm off work this week.
I'm just impressed you know how to read, honestly.
Honestly, like fair. Like big fair.
You know?
Yeah. Me too.
So, how about my books read to me?
You know?
Sometimes that's the only way you could get the information.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that one. So we're gonna put that there. It's a whip, because she's an Inquisitor of Loth, so of course it's a whip.
Right?
And she is going to do. Okay, so she's gonna try to hit you with it,
Please, no.
which is a 20 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. Right, double shield.
I was gonna ask, does those stack?
They don't, but they are aesthetic.
Okay.
Yes. Aesthetically pleasing. She's very upset that that didn't work. So then she's going to... she's going to try and stab you 3 times with her death lance at disadvantage.
As one does.
Yeah. Oh, you are so lucky. One of those is a fucking natural 20. Jesus Christ. This doesn't hit. 31. Oh my god. Oh my god. For fuck's sake. I rolled 3 times at disadvantage and rolled 2 natural 20s.
Consider myself lucky.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. None of those hit because it's a disadvantage. Motherfucker. But if you'd like to know the alternate reality in which
Sure.
those did hit,
I
The
die
first one-
immediately.
the first one does 41 damage. And oh, Jesus Christ. And 29 of that is necrotic damage. The second one did 29 total damage. And the third one did 39 total damage, and 30 of that was necrotic damage.
Good.
Yeah. So, in the alternate reality, in one of the futures that Ian can see.
That's good. Eviscerated.
Yeah, he just watches his brand new friend get absolutely eviscerated and turn into a husk. And he's like, I knew that one didn't happen. We move on. It's Lebuble's turn, who still does not have a whole lot of offensive doesn't have a lot of offensive capability. So she's going to give some. She's going to give bardic inspiration to Cervantes. She'll turn around and go, "You're doing a really good job."
Thanks.
You're not sure if it's sarcastic or not. And then she will. What spell she got? What spell? She is just gonna cast Vicious Mockery at this assassin and say, "You are not doing a very good job." Because that's as mean as I can be right now. He fails and takes 7 psychic damage. I don't. Why would you say something that was so mean and yet so true? So mean and yet so true to me.
They are not doing a very good job.
No, I am not doing a very good job.
Maybe you
Olaf
should-
is going to be so displeased with me. That's Bubbles' turn. She's gonna take 2 steps backwards and go back there. Metal, it's your turn.
All right, Metal's going to pull out a small piece of paper, put some nondescript stuff from somewhere going on his body into it, roll it up into a thing, and then run over to Zarius, put the paper in his mouth, say, "Breathe deeply," and light it on fire, and cast Cure Wounds.
Did you just flavor Cure Wounds as forcing this man to smoke a joint?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
He's already like breathing really heavily, so he kind of can't help but to inhale.
He almost inhales the entire joint.
And you heal 27 HP.
It's dank shit.
And then bonus action, call lightning, spin the staff around, slam it on the ground, and she gets, we're gonna hit this zone, so pretty much everything within 5 feet of that square.
Okay.
Needs to give me a dexterity save,
A dex save? Alright.
and I think because she's prone, she has disadvantage.
Yes, but she normally would have advantage, so it's a straight roll.
Ah,
It's a 5. She fails.
okay.
How much damage is it?
Rolling that now.
How do you kill her?
Oh, lightning just strikes her, and she just becomes a Charred
What
corpse.
happens is that she explodes into a cloud of spiders. Because if we remember, followers of Loth, female followers are Loth full of spiders. So you hit her with
Full
the
of
lightning, and she sizzles and chars, and you expect her to look like everything does once it's been hit by lightning, just a blackened streak on the cobblestone. And for a moment it is, and then the blackened, charred ash of her body explodes into a cloud of tiny spiders. And they chitter around in the shape of her body for a moment and then dissipate into the shadows.
That makes me not feel great about, like, Franklin. And I lift up my left shoulder, and there's, like, a tarantula or trapdoor spider in my left shoulder.
Says, "Dude, we're different kinds of spiders, man."
Right. You don't worship Loth, right?
No, man. I hate when I run across a girl who's like, "I love Loth. She's like the Spider Queen. They are always so uptight and weird."
And do they whip you a lot? I feel like they whip you a lot.
Well, I don't stick around that long, man. I really
Okay.
like Melora. She's real nice.
Alright, that's good. And then, let's see, I think I moved 20 feet. I can move 10 more. I'll just go right there, and that's the end of Metal's turn.
Okay, I don't know why I said that the whip was dead, but it's gone now. It is the assassin's turn. I'm also not sure why Franklin, your trapdoor spider, is a stoner, but yes,
It makes sense.
yeah. It's the drow assassin's turn, and he's gonna look around And he's going to um fire his light crossbow at Cervantes.
Oh,
How rude.
Very rude. 'Cause I am rude, and he has advantage because Cervantes has not taken his turn yet. And he still misses, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, never mind," and just runs away. And he gets about here, and then he was gonna use his cunning action to dash, and then he just starts making a choking sound. And really, the only person close enough to see would be Bubbles and Cervantes. And you watch as dark foam comes up out of his mouth and spills on the ground. And it's a moment, and you realize that the foam is still moving. And he's choked to death on a mixture of bile and spiders.
oh.
That's gross.
Yeah, it turns out perhaps someone does not appreciate cowardice. And that
We call that an Australian car bomb.
Metal, what did you do while we were gone? Did you learn how to have fun?
A little bit. I learned about certain medical applications of certain plants that I now grow on my body.
Of which, what is this? This is incredible.
I don't know if it's weird. You're not gonna start telling everybody that they have to be vegan and like you haven't really experienced life until you've tripped on ayahuasca and like experienced the universe, right?
Oh, absolutely not. In nature is still survival of the fittest.
Okay, good.
know. Bigger stick wins.
I thought they said size doesn't matter.
It doesn't, but it's a metaphor. I guess biggest teeth win, but in this sense, but yeah. I use a stick. That's the joke.
Oh, I think you need to work on your sense of humor more.
I'm working on it.
What would you all like to do?
Run to the bridge? Is
Yeah.
is anyone injured?
Fucked
Is
up.
this
I mean, I'm
sword
good.
still a sword?
I'm pretty sure that's. I'm
That
pretty
was
sure
Lars's spiritual
that's
weapon.
Lars's spiritual weapon.
Yeah, that's Lars's spiritual
I
weapon.
see.
It looks like Dame L'Oreal's sword because
He's a
he's
simp.
a wife. He's a wife guy.
Uh, question: shouldn't we like search these people for like
For clues?
notes or clues or?
Money?
Didn't half of them turn into spiders? Did
Yes.
anything remain?
Only the women turned into spiders. The assassins are still there. They both have +1 short swords on them. You can search the pile of ash and spiders if you'd like to see if you can find anything on the priestesses.
I thought they leave their weapons and clothes behind.
I mean, you're gonna have to dig through a pile of spiders to find it, because I think that's funny.
Oh,
I'm just gonna look
Yeah,
for gold. I'm looking for money.
Okay. These people have been paid and not getting choked to death on bile and spiders. They are not carrying a lot of gold on them, Cervantes. You find 27 copper.
Nice.
Davril, you start to reach into the churning pile of spiders and ash, and it gives you flashbacks to the afternoon you spent in Marika's company, and you're like, no, I think I'm good.
It's like I'm good.
And Metal, you find, let's say, I rolled stuff. Let's see. You find a 7th level spell scroll of whatever kind Ian wants, I guess. I rolled random loot. You find a helmet? You yank it off one of the elite warriors. And it is rather ornate. It's got the sides, like the sideburn pieces, whose names I can't remember what they're called right now, look like rolled up scrolls, and there are runes across the brow of the helm. You also find a potion bottle, and when you turn it, it looks like a potion that, like, liquefied iron inside of this.
Neat.
And you find, I don't think you find that. You know what? You also find on the Inquisitor, you reach into the squirming pile of ash and spiders, no problem. And you find a black handkerchief. It's very soft. It's small. It's folded into a little corner, like a little triangle. But she had it tucked, like, inside what you can surmise was like her armor next to her heart.
Okay. Ian, here's the scroll, and the potion, and the helmet, and the whatever these are, and
The handkerchief.
the handkerchief.
I'm going to need more pockets.
Oh, well, I was hoping you'd tell me what these things do.
Oh. Should we do that now? It seems like this isn't a very safe location.
You're right. You're probably right. We should probably do that later.
As I live and breathe, everything that Sebastian said was true. You are all incredible.
We're not the ones who held down the main bitch for about a minute.
Well, this one, if he hadn't shot it with lightning and given me this just delectable toke. Put it this way. If I was with any other group of folks, I don't know that we would have made it out alive.
Thank you. I was just...
You guys don't get compliments often, do you?
No, we don't.
This is weird, yeah.
Usually insulted.
We get normally called idiots at this point. So.
Yeah. Hmm. Julian, does Arius have any purple items?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
You also find a book.
A book.
Yes.
A book.
It looks like
It doesn't have a title on the inside?
no, but it looks like when you open it, it is full of exercise diagrams.
Oh.
You find this on one of the corpses of the elite warriors.
All right. I feel like
Neat.
this book, exercise diagrams. I don't have muscles to exercise. So this one doesn't look as dangerous as the... I don't know why I don't want to trust that cloth, that handkerchief.
The silky black handkerchief gives you pause?
Yes.
Huh.
Why I wanted to identify these things first. But this book is it's a manual of something. Maybe Zarius can handle it.
Cervantes just about beat me in a duel of hands. I would give it to him, but seems like he's on the phone.
What's a phone? If you all, so you all can from here move forward into the prison area. It is just across the bridge from where you are currently. You could, since it seems like, and with Metal's passive perception, I would say you are pretty assured that there are no further dangers in this area. You could take shelter in one of these abandoned homes if you'd like to take a short rest.
Love that.
Could we find
I'm willing to go along with anyone else.
Could we find a shelter that gives us view of the bridge?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you came in from this direction. It's where you sat down, and the bridge is further west. So essentially, you all are facing the bridge, in the direction of the bridge currently. So you could take shelter here, if you like a more fancier house, or you could take shelter in this thatched roof dwelling over here as well.
Let's go with the fancy house. But after we quite literally walked into that, I feel like a little more caution could be a good thing. Maybe we can sit and watch them for like an hour, build up our strength again, and then go barreling in there.
It's a good compromise.
Barreling is an interesting term for a diplomatic mission.
This-
From what I've seen, it seems fairly accurate for you all.
What? What do you mean? We just walked up and tried to diplomatically talk to an ambush. We didn't barrel in at all.
I think maybe an ambush is when you're supposed to barrel in.
I know, but today you are wrong in that statement. Maybe usually you're right, but right now you're wrong.
But if your usual tactics would have worked better in this instance, doesn't that?
So you're
isn't that-
suggesting we barrel in?
Absolutely not. No, I'd like to
Alright.
survive the rest of the day.
Ian is being quite disagreeable this evening.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he earned it.
Are we going to into the fancy house?
Yeah, let's go into the fancy house.
Yeah, you go.
Jen,
to
do
the
you have a fancy house ready to go?
I absolutely. Maybe. I was say I
Just,
don't, but I might.
just gonna use the what do you call it, Madame Flowers' mansion.
Hold on. I think that I do have something that I can use because I'm an asshole, probably. Let's see. Nope.
On a scale from 1 to asshole, how prepared are you for D&D?
Generally asshole, I think. Generally asshole is the correct one.
Well, it's like 2 steps below asshole.
Vaguely unpleasant.
Ah.
Kind of smelly.
Yeah, kind of smelly.
No, asshole is level 10. Like, I think level 7's like gooch. There you go. It's about the level 7 equivalent. Hey, look, a house.
Here. Look, fancy house.
Yeah.
Now that we're in the
Fancy
fancy
house.
house, I'm feeling quite inspired, right, Mr. Bard?
You
Or no, Mrs. Bard? Shit.
no, that's the wrong one.
Bubbles.
Yes, you
Yeah,
just
it's hard to do what?
I got inspired by Bubbles to be great, and I'm gonna do great things. And I didn't do them in the combat, so I'm gonna do them now.
okay.
I'm feeling quite confident. I'll walk up to Ian. You know, Ian, we're about to walk into the Devil's Den, and if things go wrong, we might just like get nuked to shit, and it's all over. So, if anything's on your mind or bothering you, you can confide in me, and just in case, worst case scenario, you got it off your chest. And I'll roll persuasion
Roll for friendship.
or insight. I don't know.
Are you trying to tell if he is actually holding something back, or are you trying to convince him to actually confide in you?
I'm convinced he's hiding something.
Okay.
I might be a
So,
little more clueless than everyone else, but I know there's something there.
okay. So you can decide. If you'd like to try and ascertain for yourself if he's actually hiding something, you may roll insight. If you're trying to get him to open up to you, you can roll persuasion.
I'll I'll roll persuasion. That seems more likely the situation. I'm not as good at that, but oh my god.
Okay, and you do have the bardic inspiration.
Did she give me a
Um,
d6?
Hers is a D8,
Oh. Oh.
so 27. So you feel like, Ian, you feel genuinely like
I
like you feel
was
like
just
Cervantes is genuine in
I
his
was
concern.
just gonna talk to him. He
Yeah.
didn't have to roll. Have you
You
ever
wanted to use that bardic inspiration, man.
I had to use it.
have you ever put someone in danger? Someone you care about?
Sure I have.
And what did you do about that?
I
And
tried
we
to
all
get
know what he did.
I tried to kill whatever had them in danger.
Did it work?
Well, this has happened a couple times, not every time.
Right. I'm trying to figure out the best course of action because I fear I have placed someone in danger.
Some
And I'm not sure if it is my duty to solve that.
someone,
Mm-hmm.
not people, someone.
I suppose people, but a person in particular, and it radiates out from there like any sickness does.
Are you Oh, I wasn't.
It's just tough to have so many obligations and to be forced to choose does
Oh.
not feel good.
How old is Ian again?
I don't think you've ever asked me that. I probably look around 28.
Ian, how old are you?
Um, my memory is still a bit fuzzy, but probably around somewhere late 20s, 25 to 29, something like that.
You don't celebrate each and every one of your birthdays?
I don't. I didn't quite remember when it was for a little bit, or when it all got complicated. He touches the scarred part of his face. I was in an accident, and it affected my ability to recall things.
Oh, like you got hit on the head and like amnesia kind of thing?
Not entirely sure, but I don't think a bonk leaves a scar like this.
Roll a. You can roll a medicine check if you want to see if you can figure out what the scar is from.
If Ian
What-
hasn't
what's-
figured it out, then
I mean, you've seen a lot of battlefield
that's true.
wounds. You're looking closely at sort of the pits and waves of the scar on his face, and You're fairly certain that this is from some sort of magical effect. Acid, maybe some sort of maybe acid damage. It could have been some sort of something caustic, or it's a burn. But if it's a burn, it's not from any natural fire you've ever seen.
Emotional damage.
Yes, it's emotional damage.
I'm gonna ask you a slightly more difficult question, I think, Ian. When do you think? Because there's in our time together, there's like this thing that's troubling you, and you're like, we have to get past it, and there has to be like a right course of action. When does this conclude? Is this specifically like the Athkatla political situation that we're having now? Is that the issue, or is this something beyond that?
Well, you're not entirely wrong, but I was honest when I first told everyone that my goal is to protect all of you, and I suppose that's a goal that hopefully won't end as long as I'm around. So, in terms of me at least, it never ends. And that's a comfort.
So what you're saying is we beat the cowled wizards, take down the government, and then we all retire and go somewhere safe in solitude so that you can, like, rest? Is that what I'm kind of understanding?
Something like that. I don't want to say that I'll spy on you all and make sure you're okay, but I'll check in, as friends do.
That definitely means he's gonna spy on you guys.
But that's
Just
so
so you know.
strange because, I mean, we bumped into each other at the beginning of all this for for various reasons, but there was ultimately a job. We're all strangers. Why are you so concerned about us?
There are folks who I owe a great deal to in this party. And believe it or not, you're one of them. Don't get a
Was
big head,
this-
because you weren't always that way.
Is this like a is this like a, what do you call it? A gift of surprise kind of thing?
Witcher shit?
Is this some Witcher
you
shit?
you owe me that which you do not know you possess.
Like you made like a deal with somebody and you were like, I owe you a gift of surprise, and then all of a sudden somebody was like, hey, these four fuckers over here, like, you have to care for them or some shit.
I suppose you could phrase it like that. I just feel like I care a good deal for you, and I don't have a lot of people that I care for. Or at least that care for me in return.
Oh, Ian. Do you care for me enough to hug me?
He opens his arms. Just don't make it very long.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it long, I'm gonna make it hard.
You feel when you hug him, you feel like the brush of like butterfly dragon wings around the back of his neck.
I feel like you cracked my back.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm gonna like pick you up and like crack your back and put you down.
You can get a little spinal adjustment.
I was actually all right.
Yeah, you know,
Thank you.
if you ever, if the weight and burden of everything gets too heavy, you know, we can go out and party sometime. You know, you can take breaks. You don't have to like do this all the time. You know.
Yeah, I take a break every now and then, but there's always something happening, and someone needs to be on guard.
I think that's why rich people pay people to be on guard for them.
I think you're right.
You know, by the end of this, we'll be pretty rich.
That's one hope.
I'm happy to be on guard for you if you need.
I actually did want to ask your opinion, Zarius. I know we haven't known each other very long, but you remind me of somebody, and I wanted to know what you would do if you had put someone in danger, and you thought maybe you could protect them, but that would mean possibly, at least for a time, stopping a different goal. Is that an obligation you would do?
Actually scratches the back of his head, and the man who has been fighting on the streets for a couple of weeks tries to like go over the number of scenarios that he's been in just for the sake of like surviving, and he pauses. He's like, well, first and foremost, I hardly feel qualified to answer a question like that. It seems a bit heavy, but if I were to take a stab at it, I guess I'd say that not everything has to be a means to an end. Some things are ends in and of themselves, and something tells me that if I was racked with guilt about putting someone in danger, then saving them wouldn't just be a means to an end, it would become the goal. Even if that means putting one of my shields down for a little bit.
Thank you.
Hey, Metal, do you have any, like, of those rolly things that you have to, like, chill people out?
He breaks off a piece of his mushroom hat and just hands it to you. Eat this.
Not to me, for Ian.
For Ian?
Yeah, look at him. He's all tight. Like, he's all wound up.
Poppy eats it.
Oh, no. Poppy,
Feels chill
are
for
you...
the next 15 minutes, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, she also basically exhales drug smoke.
She already has the munchies as it is. She has, like,
Darius is
super
watching-
munchies.
Darius is watching Metal intently because whatever he made him smoke somehow healed a gaping stab in him, and he's just like, "What is this metal man made of?"
He then, for Ian, there's like a lichen growing off his left arm, and he just scrapes a piece of it off, and Ian, eat this.
Had I ever eaten something off of Metal in the other timeline?
If
Yes.
I've ever
I'll eat
healed
it.
you, you had to eat something.
Yeah, no, I'll eat it.
Yes, you've eaten many different weird things that have grown on metal.
I
Some-
love home cooking.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like a chanterelle that he pops off and he makes for an puts in an omelet. Sometimes it's drugs. You know, it's a crapshoot.
I do have a bird nest in my left shoulder, so maybe I'll have eggs soon.
The quail that's sitting there coos at you like, but, why would you do that to my babies?
No. Well,
Circle of life, bitch.
I'm not gonna take your children. Okay, I'll go buy chicken eggs. Don't be cool with me.
During this time, you all may take a short rest. If after these conversations Ian would like to identify the objects, he may do so. While all of this is happening, Bubbles is going to sit down next to Davril. And it's kind of like an awkward... It's an awkward moment for a second, because you can tell that she's fidgeting and she's trying to figure out what she wants to say. And she's normally a young woman who's almost preternaturally prepossessed. Like, she's usually very confident and sure of herself, but she's like fidgeting and she's tapping her fingers on the edge of her knee, wherever it is you sat down, and she says,
There we go.
"So, you and my mom,
Yes.
I wasn't sure until I saw your face earlier. It was a shot in the dark.
Is that a issue? I guess.
You know, I thought that it might be, but she's been alone and unhappy for a really long time. So no, it's not an issue. I just have one small piece of advice to impart, and then a vague threat. Um, oh, be careful. I love my auntie, but she is fickle as the south wind, and as long as your affection for my mother doesn't get in the way of your devotion to Rashaya, then you won't have any issues. But the second she feels like your love for my mother outweighs the obligation you feel towards her, it will be a problem. And she won't take it off. She won't take it out on Doremi. It will be on you.
Yeah, I figured as much. That is a concern I've thought about, but I'm willing to go through whatever Rashaya has planned to make it work. I'll make it work.
Good. Because if you don't, I might not be particularly intimidating, but I am very charming. And my ex-lover is literally a terrorist. So,
Yes. Yes. I notice.
I can't imagine you ever being purposefully cruel. You seem like a good man, but you seem like a good man trapped in a set of circumstances that he has almost no control over. And that can get other people hurt. Believe me, I know.
You're not entirely wrong. I mean, these last couple of days, it's kind of evident of that. Putting you, my mother, in certain situations that almost got both of you killed.
If it's any consolation, I would have probably been in that situation with or without you. And likely you being there is what kept at least me alive. I can't speak for your mother.
I got lucky with Metal's arrival in that situation. But yeah, it's something I do think about. I will do whatever it takes to keep the people that I care about safe.
I know. I just hope that the people you care about includes yourself. Because my mother puts on a very good face. But it has been a very, very long time since she has been able to choose who to give herself to. And I think that I don't know what it would mean for her if you did not also take care of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can put other people first, but I don't forget, I'm trying to make it, we're all trying to make, I'm trying to make sure we all make it that's important.
It is. Good. Good. I don't want any half siblings. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
But maybe
Okay.
wait until we're not in the middle of an active war zone.
Yeah. I wasn't planning anything. I wasn't planning anything. Now this would be very untimely.
Mm-hmm.
Enough about me. How are you doing? You seem a bit, you nervous? I know this is pretty tough.
I'm terrified. I'm honestly terrified. It is. We were. We were girls together. Sweethearts, girls together. I always knew that she was angry. So very, very bitter. But I didn't know it would be twisted into this.
I feel like we're missing something. I feel like get there. Hopefully we'll be able to talk it out and we can talk peacefully. Things can go back to a sense of normalcy.
I hope so. I really hope so.
We got this.
Yeah.
I'll just give her if she's sitting next to me, just give her a hug.
Yeah, she leans into you. You get the sense that it has been a rather long time since she's had a hug, except for maybe when she came home and got a hug from her mom. She's not a person who lets herself accept affection very often. Does anybody else want to accomplish anything during this short rest?
Nope.
Was there any movement on the bridge that we could see from this building?
You can see, especially you, Metal, you see that there are patrols along the edges of the walls that are built up. Notably, you see people that have mundane weapons, crossbows, swords, that sort of thing. There doesn't seem to be an active patrol on the bridge. The portcullis on the far side is closed and manned, as far as you can see.
All right.
But there doesn't seem to be any entrance or egress happening.
Does anyone have a plan or a idea of how we are going to approach this?
I thought the original plan was to walk in and try to handle things diplomatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, we still got to get across the bridge without getting killed.
I'll go first.
No, I'll go first.
I mean, they
Oh.
have no reason to shoot any of us.
Should
No.
we be waving like a white flag or something?
No offense to any of you, but I have to say that I probably have the best chance of getting across unmolested.
Do the gods know who you are?
Well,
I thought you said it was an old flame. Or is this
Well,
something you're not telling us?
I've only been out of the city for 8 months. It's not like it was years. I guess that's fair. She has a +1 to intelligence.
You have a message spell, don't you? Somebody?
It's an anti-magic field.
Yes, I tried to send her a message earlier.
No. The guards at the gate, are they within the anti-magic field?
You're unsure. Would Sebastian have told them when his like scrying, his arcane eye ended?
You would have given them an idea, yeah.
Yeah. So when Sebastian was using arcane eye on Subri, it ended when she crossed through the gate. So you imagine that it begins at the walls.
Does anybody have the 100-foot message spell? Or the cantrip?
No.
You know, the one where you like take out a
Druid
wire and you
don't
like
I
speak
do.
into it?
Yeah, I do.
I do.
We could use that to communicate from across the bridge safely.
If any of the guards are outside of that range. Metal it had posed last week using animal messenger to send a message. Magical carrier pigeon.
I
You
do
know.
have that spell.
He could the pigeon or animal would likely get to the gate with enough room to spare to deliver the message before it hit the anti-magic field.
Shall we... Can we actually see from here like an estimation of the distance of the bridge?
The bridge is about 100 feet long.
So from one end of the bridge, we could hypothetically speak to the other end of the bridge.
Absolutely.
If there's
Yeah.
guards outside the gate. Yo, this is fine! Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. If there is, and it would make sense to you that they would be able, there would have to be people able to receive magical messages if this is the center of a compound for mages. Like, there has to be some way that these people are getting messages to one another to coordinate attacks around the city.
Davro, look, just do your walkie-talkie wire thing. If it doesn't work, I will literally walk down the bridge and saunter my charismatic ass and do diplomatic relations.
Oh,
And take our new friend with you.
Sure. I mean, Super and I mean, you all were away for 2 weeks. I was working with her. We have some rapport.
You do. Well, you do. I mean, she lied to you the whole time, but you don't have any ill blood between you.
Yeah, I mean, she's my style. A little overboard, but I worked with her because I like her style.
Rich and bitchy.
Rich, bitchy, and guns a-blazing.
Would you like me to go with you so I could counterspell something if they do decide to fire at you?
I should be okay. Don't worry.
How about we
okay.
all go?
Ian, couldn't you cast, if I went with him, couldn't you cast a spell through me?
Possibly, but I really just want to be there to talk to them because I don't really trust Cervantes with the speaking.
Oh. Do you say that out loud or just privately
that's
to
just
Bobby?
a Bobby, yeah.
Oh. Well, fair. Okay.
Does anyone want to, Okay, you and me, are we like a duo, Ian? Is this the plan? Well, first we're going to do the message spell, right? Is that what we're trying first?
Go for it.
We can do the message first. Are you sure, Roxy, you want to? Actually, yeah, we'll just do the message first. See how
No.
it goes.
I want to make it clear. So, the magic one, he can use counterspell, and I am entirely capable of blocking non-magical projectiles if necessary. So, unless they're right in our faces, we should be relatively safe.
All right.
Joaquin blesses me.
Did Ian identify the objects
Yeah,
while
sure.
you were waiting? Okay. So one of them is a helm of comprehend languages. So the other, that's the helm. The potion is a potion of invulnerability. The book is a manual of gainful exercise. The 7th level spell scroll can be whatever spell you want. I don't, whatever. The handkerchief, you pull it out and you're looking at it. This is the well of many worlds.
Pardon me?
This is the
what?
well of many worlds.
Okay. Inventory.
So I don't know if I'm not sure if it's in there or not. Let me look.
It is.
Yeah, the well of many worlds. So this is essentially a handkerchief that opens a portal to a random plane. I get to choose.
Like one time, is it reusable?
It's reusable.
But only once every 1d8 days.
Yes, once every
Wow.
1d8 day. Once every 1d8. I gotta pull it up again.
So what you're saying is we could open up
We
a
could open
portal,
it up.
throw somebody in there, and then shut it. Yeah.
Yeah, it unfolds into a circular sheet, 6 feet in diameter. You may use an action to unfold and place the Well of Many Worlds on a solid surface, whereupon it creates a two-way portal to another world or plane of existence. Each time the item opens a portal, the DM decides where it leads. You can use an action to close an open portal by taking hold of the edges of the cloth and folding it up. Once the Well of Many Worlds has opened a portal, it can't do so again for 1d8 hours.
Neat.
Yeah.
It feels like someone magical should wield it, but also, this is way too cool to give to someone who's boring.
Is that your way of saying that you don't want Ian to have it?
Not necessarily. But I do like Zarius.
I also like Zarius, to be frank.
I apologize. I'm actually quite boring.
Honestly, Zarius, I think it's because you're nice. And nice people are very rare in the city.
I don't know that maybe I'm grasping at straws here, but I kind of make a distinction between being nice and being kind.
What's the difference?
No, I think you're right.
Well, if I was going to be precise with my language, I guess I would say that being kind is all about trying to be on the same team at the end of the day, which sometimes doesn't always mean being nice.
Being nice is often just perception anyway.
Being nice, I probably wouldn't punch people.
Yep.
He sounds like a smart person with muscles.
I'm not smart, but I have a decent wisdom score.
I can't tell the difference.
He's deep. Does anybody want to claim any of these items?
I get the whole of what's it? I don't know.
The Well of Many Worlds?
The
Sure.
whole of what's it?
If nobody else wants it.
I think that Lars was in the market for a Helm of Comprehend Languages, if nobody else wants it.
Alright.
If only because I think he wanted to read his girlfriend's diary.
Understandable. Does anybody else want this potion of invulnerability?
I think that one person should go to either Zarius or to someone who's up close.
Cervantes could use it, actually.
Oh boy, could I.
I was
And then-
going to use it and then turn into an elemental of some sort. So that way, like, I don't know, I'm a water elemental of invulnerability.
It'd be cool, but frankly, I don't need it.
And then there's the Manual of Gainful Exercise.
You know what? I don't read very often, but I'll take the manual. I already work out every morning.
Maybe
It's-
this will help you. Work out
Yeah,
better.
it's full of techniques of how to do more efficient squats. That booty's gonna be popping.
I was starting to plateau. I need to figure out how to get above it.
That booty be popping. Okay. Well then,
Especially Davril.
um, Davril, was that deception check? Because you were lying to Bubbles about the fact that you were going to try and also protect yourself.
That was the biggest concern is to make sure everyone gets out of here. So yes, in a sense.
Her insight's not very high. She believes you. Okay. So, what do you all do? Everybody, if you haven't hit the short rest button yet, you can.
So, what we're doing is I think we're just sending a message first, and then we're just crossing the bridge.
Okay. Davril, do you want to send the message or do you want me to? I think we're both capable of it. Ian, can you send messages?
If I put on a silly hat.
Didn't you get your silly hat turned into a scarf? Isn't it a lovely scarf now?
Is it?
Yeah.
If I
Aster
put on a
turned it
lovely
in.
scarf.
Yeah. Though if anybody before this wants to try and find Aster's shop, I think that a couple of people indicated that they wanted to do some shopping before this. Does anybody need that?
I don't think I have the money to buy anything I would want.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the health potions don't work in that place.
Not if they got it back up the way it was before.
Don't worry,
No
guys.
magic works in there.
What I got isn't magical. No. The laxatives.
Oh god, you just show your bandolero laxatives. God
This ain't magic, baby, but it works just fine.
It does. It is in fact not magical.
Are you gonna get somebody to ingest that?
That's what the muscles are for.
Yeah, he's still strong. Grappled, dump the laxative down their throat. All right. So,
Do weapons
do not-
become normal weapons in there?
yes, yes. At least they did the last time. Ian still has the orb that seemed to power this before, so they must have gotten the anti-magic field up by some other means, so you're not sure how that may have altered.
They got a mage running on a hamster wheel.
Honestly, you're not very far off. You're not very far off.
Wow.
But I do not have a map prepared for just the bridge approach, so we'll go to the main map. All right. You leave the sanctuary of this rather posh home, and approach the bridge.
See the guards?
You can see the guards at the other end of the bridge. It's still a bit overcast. The rain is slowed to a drizzle. It's not nearly as heavy a downpour as earlier, but it's gross. It's a gross, humid day. Like, it's one of those days at the end of rain where it's cooler, but somehow it feels like you're wearing a wet sweater. And you can see there are 4 guards on the wall holding what look to be heavy crossbows, and then 2 guards manning the gate who are wearing plate armor.
Just make sure that I'm within 5 to 10 feet of the folks who are in the front.
Okay.
And probably holding one shield above my head as a form of rudimentary umbrella.
Okay.
To the rest of the group, I'm gonna message one of these guys. I'm gonna say who we are. We're here to see Subri. We're here to have just a conversation. We don't mean any hostility, or we don't intend to fight. Anything else should I include, or?
Well, first of all, you're addressing us incorrectly. Hello, we are Supri's friends. We're here to see her.
Okay, yeah, I'll add that in. I'll add that into the message.
Tell them that I'm with them, with you all.
I will mention that. Anything
Unless you
else?
think that she doesn't want to see. Do you think she doesn't want to see me? No, she must.
I think
How long has it been
Since I left the city, 8 months.
since you were with her?
8 months.
You wouldn't have by chance have had like a situation where you're like, I'm going to pursue my dreams, and she was like, no, don't leave me, and you were like, sorry, but I choose this career over our relationship. Bye.
It was that, yes.
Oh, honey.
I,
what she said.
Honey.
Cervantes is a little bit of Quentin.
I did, to my very small credit, I did ask her to come with me.
See, yeah, she kept the letter, you know, and it seemed like it was. I think she wants to, you know, part of her still wants to see it.
And if she doesn't, at least I won't be alive very long to wallow in that. So,
That's a pessimistic way to look at this.
my
I'm
mother
sure
was a slave my entire life, and I'm the product of rape. So yes,
this
I
is not.
generally have a pretty pessimistic view of life.
I'm sorry to hear that. My wife died.
Very impressed. I'm very impressed at you for having such an optimistic view after such hardship.
Well,
Just put that card
I
back.
actually was quite depressed and anxiety ridden until I realized that assassination of my wife's killer is an option. Now
You
I have a
think that
whole
that's
new
what I
perspective
should-
of the world.
Do you think
Absolutely.
that I should just murder the people that have wronged me?
Who wronged you? I think it depends
Well,
on who they are.
I think that you all killed. The
Okay,
person
we're
who
not
kept
gonna
my
go
mother
there.
enslaved. Well, you killed Ivar, I think. So you took care of that for me. The only other person I think that might need to die, if this is the true path to enlightenment, would probably be Richard Salemchant, my father.
You know, normally I think I'm supposed to dissuade you from that, but I think we're on the same page here.
All Salemchants must die.
Yeah, I think this one time is the exception. Once we're done here and we kill Richard Slimchant and his goons, that's it. We're good. No more.
No one else deserves to die in the entirety of the continent.
Well, from there we have to like go into our Reformation arcs.
Oh.
You know, like become spiritually good people and not just like vengeful till death.
Oh.
Because like, I mean, there's so many bad people in the world that you'll just be vengeful all the way until the very end.
Guess I shouldn't be Batman.
Aren't you a vengeance paladin?
I am. I took the oath.
But what do you do once you've achieved your vengeance?
Well, then I fulfilled my oath.
Yeah.
And then, you know, after this war has put things in perspective, once I take care of the business at hand, I'm retiring. And, you know, I'm going to try to be a good person and just, you know, do as Joaquin intends and make money.
Make lots of money.
In an ethical way.
Wonderful. All right.
All right, now that we got all that off our chests.
Yes. I appreciate your mentorship in the ways of vengeance, Cervantes.
Cervantes' wisdom.
You know, Bubbles is all charm.
Deborah, what's taking so long?
Yeah, Davril.
I'm sorry, Soraya. I sent a message stating who we are, that we're friends of Supri. I mentioned Bubbles is here, and I mentioned, you know, we simply just want to have a discussion with Supri.
Ugh. Ugh. All right. All right. Let me send the boy. I've got to send the. All right, you're the Triple R. You've got Bubbles with you. You want to talk to Subri. Let me send the boy. It'll take like 10 minutes for him to get down there and back. Message me again in 10 minutes, because magic doesn't work from this side, and honestly, I just stab shit for a living, huh?
Fair enough. I'll check back in 10 minutes.
Okay.
So,
Thank God for people with the mentality of it's not my fucking job.
yeah.
So, 10 minutes go by.
Hey, don't mean to be about it, but you know, any update on that?
Yes. Seth came back. Subri says to come. You can come through. We're not going to shoot you. Don't shoot any of us, huh?
Yeah. We're not here to cause any trouble. We're just gonna have a nice discussion and hopefully work things out. Can I inside check him when he says he's not gonna shoot at us?
Sure.
Like I'm not walking to another ambush. That looks like it's
Ambush
Uh,
too.
My man is telling the truth.
Inside checking
guys,
from
I'm-
across the bridge.
I think we're good to go, guys. It worked out. All is planned.
All right, let's go.
All right. You cross the bridge, and you feel eyeballs on you the whole time you're crossing this bridge. But they're good to their word. Nobody shoots at you. You see the big fella that was likely the one that Davril was talking to. And he is wearing half-plate armor. It is scuffed and bent to shit, and he's got a scraggly beard that's sort of half singed on one side. He's human and sort of built like a keg. This is Seth. He'll take you through, huh? Just go straight in. He'll take you to Supri. Really, really, really don't. She thinks for a minute. She's got a lot of money, huh? But like, no offense, but to your friend, she's a little unhinged, huh? Don't fuck things up for me. This is a good job. It keeps my family fed, huh?
We promise. We're not here to start anything.
All right, Seth, take him, huh? Take him to boss lady. And there is a kid, maybe 8 years old, 9. And he's wearing sort of like a page's outfit. He's got on, it looks like sort of like a nice doublet that he scrounged from someplace that was made for somebody much larger than him. But he looks well fed, relatively clean. A little human boy. Just, yeah, guys, this way. We can go. And he looks up at you all and specifically is eyeing Zarius. Goes, are you?
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop.
I
Are you okay?
I didn't think you were real.
As I live and breathe.
He sort of tugs on you, so you come down. He says, I just heard about you and that you defend people. You're kind of like, I've heard your name in the neighborhood. I don't know. You're Zarius, right?
I guess that's what the 2 shields are for. And he kind of winks.
And his eyes get like big as freaking tea saucers. He's like, and he just books it.
Before we book it, can I'm gonna say blessings of Joaquin, and the doorman, I flip him a gold.
He snatches it out of the air, very practiced, clamps it between his like gapped front teeth, and it says, "Appreciate you. buy my missus a nice hat or something, huh? Do women like hats? I don't know.
Yeah, sun hats and all that.
Or flowers? Should I buy her flowers instead, huh?
How about a fresh bowl of fruit?
You know, I think that's probably the best call, huh?
Or, even better idea, fruit hat.
My missus would look so sexy in a fruit hat, huh?
Yeah.
And then we could make like a game and I would eat it and she would. Oh,
Yeah,
you're a
it's
smart
like a
man.
really good bedroom thing.
Yeah, you're a smart man. Thank you.
I'll see you on the way out.
Yeah. Um, the island looks a bit more charred than you left it, but most of the houses are standing.
Oh no, we left
Um,
it pretty charred.
yeah, it let's say that it doesn't look more fucked than you left it. So there are still a lot of homes still standing. There are more barricades in place. The second you walk through the gate, you feel anything magic on you stop.
No,
Oh,
that's sad.
there goes
Hold on.
a lot of my stuff.
So there are your magical items do not work.
Adamantine half plate.
Um, it's still armor, but I don't think that it would stop crits. Or no, adamantine stops crits because of the metal, the material it's made of, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's material. In that case, because like if you had a sword that was made out of a meteor, it wouldn't stop being made out of a meteor just because you were in. So yes, I would say that you would still have that effect.
All right.
And you follow Seth through sort of the twists, and it's pretty easy to get to the jail at the center of this. And there's another set of walls with guards, but the gate is already open. And Seth darts you inside and down. If you remember, it's the exterior jail and then 2 levels. And then the bottom level is where you found Annette the first time, as well as the warden's office is down there. And that is where Seth leads you, is down to the 3rd level.
I've always
And
wanted to get in here, but I've never seen it. This is the first time.
yeah, as you're going through the levels of the jail, there's nobody in the cells. You just see like people. It seems to have been turned less into a jail and more into like a makeshift fort. All of the jail doors are wide open. There are people sleeping in the cots in there, but nobody's locked in. And particularly on the first floor, you see a rather lot of families. There are lots of kids. But just on the first floor. When you get to the second floor, it's more mages and soldiers and people of that ilk. And then by the time you get to the 3rd basement level, you only see combatants. Okay, good. Dynamic lighting is off for you all, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So as you come in, Seth basically just drops you off and then like fucks off. Because I didn't prepare a child token.
You didn't even get him an autograph?
I can't read. Sorry, can't read. Wouldn't even. He makes like eyes at Zarius as he leaves, and he's like, little wave.
He just kind of like waves very gently as shield at him.
Zarius, are you famous?
Famous? By no means.
I'll give the kid a silver.
What's your name?
My name? I am the Cervantes de la Vega.
Cervantes de la Vega. Oh, he looks at, and this is the most amount of money this boy has ever seen in one place.
If he looks that shocked, I'll give him another one.
Oh. He looks like he could inhale this silver coin.
Blessings of Joaquin be upon you, child. Wealth goes to those who worship the lady. I'm gonna convert this child.
I'm gonna
I, isn't the temple to Joaquin across the river? Should I go across?
Tell you what, if you go and you drop off one of these silvers at her altar, 2 more silvers will come to you in time to replace it.
God. Oh my goddess! And he's just like staring at the silver as he like wanders back out.
Ah, kids.
That sounds like the same indoctrination shit my old cult used to say.
What, put in a gold, you get 2?
Give us 10% of your paycheck and you'll definitely not go hungry.
My thing! Woo! So, you're left here in the entrance. There is a woman to one side who looks to be sort of bent over a table, and she's looking at maps and sort of making notations on them. There's a drow with a sword and armor to the other. If you look straight down, you see the hallway that was charred by that fireball when you set off that trap before is still charred. But around the statue that held the orb that Ian now has, you see a group of 4 different magic users, and they're all concentrating their arcane energy towards the statue.
Gonna lean over and whisper to Davril, do you still have that TNT?
Actually, I think I got 1 more keg left.
Cool.
You think we're gonna eat?
I hope not, but you know, just in case.
The drow warrior will look at you all. He says, "You're here to see Subri?
Yes.
Yes, we
This-
are.
This way. This way. She's in the meeting. She says she'll see you, though. And he will lead you around over here to the office. And you see, Subri. Bubbles will come in. Lars will hold back. This guy probably ends up over here in the corner just watching. You see Subri seated behind a desk, and she's wearing, she's not really dressed that much different at first, as far as you can tell. She's wearing beautiful silk robes, like a kaftan in gold, in a black and gold. And her hair is long and loose and dark over one shoulder. She's sat behind the desk, and she's got her hands steepled, and she is talking to very tall, gaunt male mage on one side, and a oozy-looking fellow on the other. The plasmoid wizard that escaped the last time that you were in the jail is there, and he is they're in the midst of rather a heated conversation when you come into the room. And Subri looks over. Well, if it isn't my favorite fools. You say that you're not here to cause any mischief or malice? What can I do for you then?
Bubbles really wanted to come see you.
She tilts her head to look at Bubbles, and Bubbles is just sort of standing in the open hallway, and she's blue, so the flesh working its way up her throat is almost purple. She takes a deep breath and steps further in to the room. I didn't know that this is what you meant when you said you'd leave your mark on the city. I thought you meant a little bit more metaphorically and not in ashes. Well, darling, sometimes the only way to get results is to get results with blood. Though I don't suppose you've ever had to draw blood, have you? Often singing your pretty songs and leaving the rest of us here.
You should have seen her fight to get in here. A few drow tried to take our lives before we were able to come through the door, and your friend here helped save us.
She's always been the mistress of too little, too late, but maybe she's changed. Drow, you say?
That's right. Several. Loaded into spiders after we dealt with them.
Well, drow do tend to deal in spiders, don't they?
Would you like to have this conversation in private, or do you trust these individuals?
She looks at the other people and just flicks her hands at them. We can talk later, can't we? Adros? Lawrence? I trust you know what to do. And the Archmage will go this direction, and Adros sort of squeezes past this way and squeezes in between Metal and Zarius.
The Archmage looks like a red wizard of Thay.
That's just the default token for Archmage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was muted. Their names were Adros and who?
Lawrence is
Lawrence.
the Archmage. And notably, she does not dismiss the drow. The goo man. Yes.
I guess we could sit around the table now. I'll sit in the area closest to the guard.
All right.
Is there a chair here?
No, but you can drag one from the corner over. It's just a desk, but there are some like armchairs.
Okay,
In
I
the
asked her
corner
that
of
out
the
loud.
She just points.
That's-
I was curious what your goal was.
My goal, besides the utter destruction of the infrastructure of the city and the mechanisms of power in the city,
Well, that could be your goal if that's the end, but I, for some reason, doubt that that's the end of it.
you think I've fallen into the trap of power for power's sake?
No, I'm just a fool, as you forementioned, and I can't see where you're going with all this. And as someone who doesn't consider you an enemy quite yet, I was curious if I could help you.
You want to help me?
I don't see why not.
Why would you want to help me?
Because you want to hurt my enemies.
Ah, enemy of my enemies. I did just, well, rather, part of me did just turn one of your allies into a meat puppet, I think.
I had heard something like that occurred, yes.
War is in black and white.
And you,
Nothing in life is in black and white. I want to dismantle this city to the bricks.
and then walk off.
Well, there's hardly much honor in ruling a city of ruin. Don't want to rule anything.
Fair.
I.
didn't-
Hmm.
Well, no, if you had something to say, please go ahead. If your intention's to walk off at the end, that's a fine goal. But you didn't burn everything when you had a chance.
Fire is an unpredictable medium, isn't it?
Suppose, but it's funny that it left your home unscathed.
I'd been told that you'd been in my home.
Was it by the cowled wizard who resided beneath it?
Lysmora.
The
She
very
is.
one.
Well, I don't think that I met her in the capacity of her being a cowled wizard. She introduced me to a new line of thinking. Let me
You trust her?
I have hardly any reason not to. She
Do you
gave.
believe us when we say she's a cowled wizard?
No.
Would you like to put that to the test? You just have to turn the magic off and see if we're lying or not.
Why would I do that? As far as I can count, there are much more of you than there are of me.
You
And
can have
even more
can-
if I count dear Bubbles.
hold on to our weapons, hold on to my book. I just want you to know the truth. And as far as I can see, the only way to prove that is through spellcraft. If you'd like just me and you to walk outside of the range and then do it, I don't know if you even have the power to. I know you're very powerful, but if there's any other way I can prove I'm telling the truth to you, I'd more than happily do it. A
What do
man
you-
not telling a lie has nothing to hide.
What do you propose? I'm hardly the kind of woman that allows magic to be cast on her without knowing what's happening.
Oh no, I'm proposing you cast it on me.
On you?
Yes, detect truth, detect lies. So I can just tell you the truth of the matter. Or believe me, right here, right now, that the person who helped you out is a cowled wizard, and if she's helping you, I doubt she's going to let this city burn without her getting what she wants out of it, and I'd suggest learning what that is.
No. No, Lismore is a dear friend. I've no reason to doubt her word.
So would you like to cast Detect Lies on me?
Zarius kind of leans in and this is check her eyes, pupils.
I'll do that. I'll check her pupils.
Okay. You may make an insight check or an arcana check if your intention is to see if she is under some sort of undue influence.
Or do influence.
Or do influence, yes.
14.
That girl ain't right. You can't lay a finger on it, but when you make eye contact with her, you notice, Metal and Daffrel, you both notice this, that her pupils are unevenly dilated. The right one is sort of like a little pinprick, and the other one is blown out until her brown eye is almost black with just the pupil. And you are watching this, and Subri, for all her faults, has always been a logical woman. And there is something broken in her logic, and the only explanation you can find for it is some sort of arcane influence that's been put upon her. Like a very powerful wizard casting Modify Memory on her, for instance.
For instance.
For instance.
So magic doesn't work. I can't telepathy with Poppy right now, right? Or is that something different?
Oh. So that's an interesting thing, because it's not a spell she casts. It is an innate thing to her.
Yeah,
As
Sebastian's psionics still worked.
Yeah, that's right. So yes. Like
Mind stuff.
mind stuff, yes.
Then I would just, Poppy, would you mind just letting our friends know that dear Subri is under the effect of most likely Modify Memory?
Okay. And she sends out some. You want me to tell the new guy too? Does the new guy know about me? I like him, I think.
He seems trustworthy enough.
Okay. What about Bubbles? Or just
He
us?
probably deserves to know this.
Okay.
Followed up with probably don't try to act on anything or it could go badly.
Okay. And you all hear some version of the message. So Ian says that Subri has had her memory modified and is not acting under her own influence, but it would probably be a really bad idea to act on that as of now, because it would go bad.
Understood.
Darius is confused because he's never seen Poppy, but this is not the first time someone has spoken to him in his mind, so he's playing it cool.
Yeah. You can speak back to her. It is a two-way street, so you could say something back to her.
Oh, he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Subri, all that aside,
Cervantes?
it's good to see you again. You know better than anyone. The only reason I'm out here is for my goal and my oath of vengeance on behalf of Genevieve.
Destroy the Salim chance.
Destroy the Sloan Chance and everybody who they worked in tandem with. Now, I agree. Take the city apart. And where you walk off, I'm happy to get involved and make sure that ethical leadership takes hold for the people here.
Aren't you a resident here?
However,
The only right.
and this leads to the point of why we're really here. We're not here to talk about Lismora or your long lost romance with Bubbles. What really matters today is something that Ian alluded to. We have a common enemy, but
Mhm.
the war front isn't looking good right now. So we'd like to partner with you in a way that's amenable to your team and to ours
Mhm.
to expedite, not necessarily victory, but expedite the elimination of the Solemn Chance and Cowled Wizards, and then we can go from there. But can we at least do that as a team?
You and I.
Well, you and I to begin with, but I think for us to achieve this goal in particular, it's going to involve a armistice between Ibet's wizards, your wizards, and potentially the Shadow Thieves and Order of the Radiant Heart. Now, to what extent are you willing to?
That actually does bring up a good point. You may have noticed that we're missing one former acquaintance by the name of Sebastian. And I believe if our little half-orc is Lars a half-orc?
Yes.
If our half-orc friend still has the note, he confessed to being the source of the unfortunate attack on you and your allies. He is no longer with us, and if you want to go find him and seek your revenge, you're welcome to, but you should not seek it in the company of our dear Tanis and her folk, for they are not to blame.
Well, I have it on very good authority. Have it on.
Is this authority Lismora?
Yes, but I have no reason to doubt her word.
She's gaslighting you.
I don't know that. What?
Didn't we? We definitely saw her wearing a cowled wizard robe.
You know, I think such things are best left to let time settle. I doubt pressing that issue would get us anywhere in this friendly conversation.
All
I
right.
mean, if Lusmore is a friend, a dear friend of kind, I mean, I'm assuming if you were willing to work with us, we'd be working with Lusmore. Do you want her here at the table to discuss things as well?
Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Well, I don't see why not. Don't see why not at all.
Did she happen to mention anything about us to you when she said we were in your house?
Only that you stole all of my things. And that you were very rude. And not you, Cervantes. She said that you were rather handsome. Which, I think she's nearsighted, but it's fine.
Holding my tongue.
And I guess if the chat is still on with Poppy, it's like maybe I'm just saying this telepathically. Maybe we can settle this once and for all. We know Lismore is the spellcaster, and if she agrees to meet with us, I'm pretty sure we could jump her. And,
Well,
take a worst case scenario. If we need to. But
I would also point out that we don't know who in this castle or this prison is an ally of Subri and who is an ally of Lesmora. And bringing her here could result in quite the fight that we nearly lost the first time. and now would have her with many more allies. The ways to remove Modify Memory are by remove Curse or Greater Restoration. I don't have either, but I do have Modify Memory. 2 lefts could make a right.
Are you saying you could restore her memory using Modify Memory?
I could restore a memory, not the original.
Also, remember those
One.
4 wizards can turn that thing on and off at a whim, I believe.
Well, that's a good thing I packed Greater Restoration.
We are in the Devil's Den. It's not
Yeah,
just
even if
these
it's-
2 in the room that we have to
Oh.
worry about.
Yeah,
That's
if it's just
interesting.
for a
How
second.
how are you all speaking in the mind? Oh, wait a second. Am I doing it too?
Yes. Welcome to, as Arts put it, the dad group chat.
Oh, hi.
Zari,
Okay.
stop making that motion with your eyebrows.
He has a really hard time. It's like he thinks that talking with his mind requires his eyebrows.
I'm a small orange dragon, and hi.
Hello. So that I understand.
Uh-huh.
Metal has the restoration spell necessary to fix Greater Restoration.
Mm-hmm.
And Zarius walks out of the room.
I also
wasn't
have
really
an idea
In the
For-
room entirely.
how we could
Oh,
possibly shut down the
Wait, where's
Main-
it going?
what's it called? The anti-magic field. For Poppy does have drug breath, and it appears to require every mage there in order to operate it. And so if you were able to incapacitate just one mage, you might buy just one moment in which we could cast just one greater restoration.
Zarius
so-
walks by the wizard dude, or is he in the hallway?
yeah, he's just sort of creepily gooping in the hallway.
Side eyes him and keeps walking down the hallway.
Mm-hmm. He's a creepy, gloopy green ooze dude. And you see on the ground wherever his little oozy bits sort of drip, there are acid pits.
Yeah.
And testing, is this still working?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. How far away are you?
And he's walking down the hallway. He's like, I'm not quite sure, not too far.
I think her range is like 500 feet.
And he is walking towards the wizards.
Subri's looking at you all and she says, Huh. Do you want me to contact Lismora? I can. We
No,
can solve this once and for all.
you don't need to.
Liliana! And she snaps her fingers and you feel the anti-magic field drop.
Oh,
I
And-
cast Greater Restoration.
We are going to do this in initiative order.
This is
We are
happening
doing
so
this
fast.
in initiative order.
I grab the anti-magic field drops. All right, fine.
Didn't think it was going to be that easy. Come on.
Oh, so for the moment, my shit comes back, huh? Okay, hold on.
Holy shit!
34!
Motherfucker!
I was very
Ahead of his
ready.
time.
The most
11.
ready.
He's always ready. He's
Tired of this fucking dice. I need to change it. It's a weird eyeball.
roll. 15, not
Jeez
great.
Louise.
Oh, man.
I didn't prepare appropriately for this. Everyone else can go on.
Wait.
Fuck it.
Touch someone in order for greater restoration to work. Oh, I do.
There we go. All right. Everybody else is going to go on the Drow Mage's turn. Because didn't prepare appropriately for this. So Supri goes, Liliana, please. And she snaps her fingers, and the anti-magic field drops because she's preparing to use sending to contact Lismora.
What
Ian.
is this? What does this guy look like? Does he look like a mage, a fighter, a rogue? What's his vibe?
He
vibe
is
checking him.
vibe check. Okay. He is wearing studded leather armor, and he's got a shield, and he is wielding a short sword.
All right. I am going to just momentary stasis him. Con save.
A con save. Bloop. He rolled a 12.
Nope, he's frozen
Okay.
until somebody hurts him.
Okay.
So
Blur.
end of my next turn, I think.
Okay. It is his turn. He's frozen. Anything else you wanted to do on your turn, Ian?
Telepathy, Davril. Don't let her cast sending.
I'm on it.
Okay, it's Davril's turn.
Okay. Oh shit. Fuck. Damn. This popped off way too fast. Ooh. I feel like I gotta prevent her from. Damn. Do I know sending? Can I grapple her and cover her mouth to prevent her from casting any spell? Or actually,
It's counterspell?
I do have counterspell, but that's a reaction. She has to do something first. But if I could stop her from doing anything, I guess, just would I be able to grapple her and specifically cover her mouth from casting?
Yeah, sending requires verbal, somatic, and material components. So you can try to grapple her, sure.
Yeah, I will try. I'm not that strong, but I see. I guess I react a little bit faster, and I see metal. I give him that look to hurry up and get over here to cast Greater Restoration. And I'll even go as far as bonus action. What's it called? The thing that she rolls a d6.
Unsettling words. Okay.
So she'll have a minus d6.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's do athletics. Contested athletics.
Okay, I got 16.
Well, you succeed. She's grappled.
Oh my god. I just like let her know like, hey, this is for your own good. Trust us, and I just cover her mouth and I just Well, get over here.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else, Davril?
Oh, that's my action, bonus action. I ready my reaction to if she tries to cast the spell.
Okay, so hold on. That was minus a d6 to that? Let's
Correct.
see. Okay, so she rolls a 3, so it's actually a 12. This is actually a 12, but she can use her reaction to gain a +4 bonus to the saving throw. So she's going to use Arcane Deflection, so meets it, beats it. So she's not going to be grappled by you.
You got my hopes up. That's the only time I'm ever gonna make an athletics thing.
I mean, if it would make you happy, I could.
No, I'm just messing. What?
So you try and grab her, and you momentarily have your hand clamped around her mouth, and she pushes out with an arcane deflection on it. It was very close. Because when she uses this feature, she can't cast any spells other than cantrips until the end of her next turn. So, she's gonna make it count.
Counter spell. Whatever she's trying to do, she ain't doing it. Yeah, let me go with the next one.
Yeah. We're gonna count the shit out of
So, let's see. What is she going to do? Oh, I know what she's going to do. I know what she's going to do. She grabs something. It looks like she grabs her belt off of her waist. And she flicks it out, and her belt is actually a... It looks at first like she's just pulled something out of the ether. And she's pulled a short sword. And she's going to attempt to stab Davril for, So she
Maybe
pulls
this is
the
an intervention.
she pulls the short sword, and she's going to stab Davril.
Yeah, this is about right.
Oh, that's motherfucker. Sorry.
Oh no. Lolth's finger?
Lost. I don't think I want to be stabbed on that. But then again, I'm curious.
Oh no, Davril just got fingered.
Silvery barb.
No. We just
You gotta save it for counterspell.
We gotta save for counterspell. I gotta take this one.
Okay, so you will take,
Is sending a bonus action?
It's not, but since she used her reaction, she couldn't cast the spell.
What? Oh, so she
The
wasn't
reaction
gonna
that
cast
she-
it, no.
She was going to cast a spell, but because I was going to have her cast it on her turn, Davril grappled her before that. She used her reaction, so she wasn't grappled. Her reaction means that she can only use cantrips on her turn, so she
Right.
changed what she was going to do.
Okay, so I did not use counterspell.
You did not use counterspell. No.
Silvery barbs.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm willing to take it just in case if someone bursts in cast spell.
Okay, well, you still get, it's still a 23,
Yeah, that's still gonna hit.
so you take 11
Okay.
piercing damage. Who gets the advantage on that?
We'll give it to. I don't think it affects metal. I'll give it to Cervantes.
Okay. Don't think she has... Nope, doesn't have any bonus actions. Okay, cool. Fucking silver barbs, Jesus Christ. I was so excited.
My precious boy.
So excited.
You don't get to finger my precious boy. Only genies can do that.
God damn it. Okay.
What about Marika, though?
We don't talk about that.
What about Marika?
But we're in the middle of combat here.
Alright, the fuck. The fuck is Bubbles gonna do?
Probably go help Zarius, because he's kind of in danger.
Bubbles doesn't know that. Bubbles is very much concerned more with Subri. Um, what would you do? What would you do? Ah, this is probably what Bubbles would do. Bubbles watches Subri stab Davril, and she just smacks Subri straight across the face and casts Shocking Grasp on her. That's it. She does it. She goes to do it, and Subri catches her hand, and the lightning at the tips of her fingers sort of and fizzles out. The mages that are upholding that were over there for the anti-magic barrier, they drop it, they hear the sounds of fighting, and they're just sort of waiting to see what's going to happen. They're like, metal.
I am going to move this way. Takes out, there's like a small clay deposit or something on his thigh. He just takes that, smothers it on his hand, sprinkles 100 gold worth of diamond dust onto it, and then he takes his clay covered diamond dust hand, smacks it like forehead first onto Subri's head, and casts Greater Restoration.
All right. You smear this clay onto Subri, and her pupils go back to being evenly dilated, and she almost seems frozen for a moment, shocked, and her breathing speeds up, and her hands clench and unclench, and she tries to drop the short sword, and she can't drop it, and she's just hyperventilating as she remembers.
Subri. Look, I know it's a lot to take. Can I try to take the short sword from her?
You could try.
I just want to gently just like unfold her fingers and just keep this, maybe put the short sword in my hand.
I think one curse at a time is the issue, Metal.
Ah, shit, I don't have a Murph curse.
You pull, it's easy enough. She's not super strong. You pull the sword out of her hands and you hold it for a moment, and then it just disappears from your hand.
Huh.
Oh.
How's it go?
It appears as though it has appeared back on Subri's belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Metal?
So you've been brainwashed.
It does make it seem a little bit, Metal, more mundane than what has happened to me, but yes.
I mean, it kind of sounds better than, mindfucked or...
A very powerful wizard and one of my sworn enemies used Modify Memory on me and caused me to sell my soul to fucking Loth? Yes, it does sound a little bit better if you just say that I've been brainwashed. Yes, thank you, Metal.
Oh, Subri's back.
Yay.
Subri, do you know if this currently paused drow is under their employ?
Yes.
Right. Well, everybody get ready.
Alright, I believe...
Who all here is friend or foe? Like, I mean, I guess, should we assume all drow are enemy? Like, who else in this facility is gonna turn up?
I've known Lawrence for 15 years. drow most certainly not friend. I
We can take the rest as they come.
Right.
everyone else I've known, I've known them. I
Don't strain a hammy.
And then I'm gonna move back over here and bonus action shillelagh.
Oh, that will break him out of it, just so you know.
I don't hit them as bonus action. I'm just like getting ready.
Okay. It is a Droz's action. He'll say, Aubrey, I feel as though perhaps the tether of the room has changed. Do you have any particular attachment to anyone in here? Well, if you could. I think that perhaps you might best serve the cause by, dissolving any drow you might see. Thank you.
You're doing great.
But I am so very happy that you've given me a little bit of free reign.
Good thing none of us are drow.
And he will I think he can go 40. So he'll move over there. Yeah. I might have made something very specific. And specifically creepy. And he is going to cast that. Let's see. He hasn't been allowed to do anything fun in a very long time. So he is going to, what does he have? Ah, yes, lovely. He extends one gloopy finger out, and he is going to Finger of Death that drow mage.
Oh shit!
Oh, wonderful. Who fails spectacularly and just fucking dies.
This-
Oh. What? Lovely. I believe you're next, Lillian. Thank you. Cervantes, it's your turn.
This drow, he's incapacitated to some extent or another.
Yeah, he's incapacitated, he can't move, and he is frozen in whatever position he was in when it happened.
His short sword is halfway out of its sheath.
Sweetie. I go over and I take the sword and I like unfold each of his fingers and I disarm him and I... any other weapons on him?
He also has a hand crossbow.
Alright, I'm taking that too. Anything else?
Nope.
I'll feel him up for any daggers like in the boots or anything.
Yeah, you pat him down. He does not have any other... he has no other weapons upon him. He does have 25 gold in his pockets, though.
Definitely taking that. Sucker. Metal's next to me with the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
I just plunk his shit into the bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah. Does he have any armor on too?
He's wearing studded leather armor and he's got a shield.
I'm gonna take the shield.
Okay.
And then, am I able to get the armor off of him? Is that even an option? Can I do that? Can I just?
think you can.
Quick
I
second
don't,
undress.
yeah, I do not believe. I think that you have exhausted everything.
I'm just gonna Skyrim his ass.
Takes at least a minute to take off armor, I think.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
Keep positive.
And then I'll just like mwah, on the side of his cheek, and then my turn.
And then I got a shield, just sitting there with the bag of holding.
I'm like,
open.
here, I just start passing things to Metal.
Shield, hand crossbow, short sword.
So, now becomes the time where I make a new proposition. I don't know what rank this gentleman is, or how long he's been watching you, but we do have the option to keep your recent awakening under wraps, if we want to, because that our dear friend Lesmora isn't the only one with modified memory. If we would like this person to believe that none of this occurred, that you are still under their influence, and report back whatever we want them to, we could possibly make that happen. Granted, it might fail. I'm not as good as she is, most likely, but we could try.
Yes. Play both sides against the middle. Yes. I do believe that this might be complicated by the fact that there is, in fact, another drow in the other room. Unless you want to have a Druze have that one also. He has a little collection going. I'm sure that he would make fine use of Lillian. If you wanted to let him have that.
I think that would be best, and if we could blame the disappearance of 2 drow on, and maybe this entire strange bit of his memory could just be blamed on Adroris going a bit blood crazy for the moment, as far as he would remember.
He does have a bit of a reputation.
Let's see how it goes then. Do I have to touch him for this? What the hell's the rain on modify? No, it's 30 feet. Wow, he is. You just modify anyone. So yeah, he's got to give me a wisdom save.
Okay. Wisdom
Gotta beat
save.
a 17.
He does. He beats it.
Shoot.
He rolls a 19.
Silvery Bob.
All right.
Ooh.
He rolls a 9.
Yay! So we have a minute, and I used a level 6 slot, so we can alter his memories from a week up to a week ago.
Okay.
Holy shit!
We got a minute to tell him what's going on.
But you have to concentrate. It has to last for a minute for it to
Yeah,
be
no,
permanent.
I'm thinking about him.
Okay.
I'm going through his memory, searching the timelines for whatever timeline he remembers. It happened in one of them, I'm sure.
Yeah, one of them.
I just gotta take a minute to find it. Also, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Do that.
Are we modifying the memory of the guy in the corner?
Yes.
Yeah, they modified him. I'm kind of
Yeah.
tempted to just grab him and go. You decided to abandon the cult of Loth a week ago.
If the intention is to keep Subri's deflection under wraps. Maybe not, but you know.
Oh my.
It is his turn. We'll wait because I think what he does is influenced by what Ian tells him to do. Yeah. Okay, if it takes any damage... Okay. The charmed target is incapacitated and unaware of its surroundings, but can still hear you. If it takes any damage or is targeted by another spell, the spell ends, and none of the target's memories are modified. Okay, so it is the Drow Elite Warrior's turn. He is incapacitated while you tell him what to remember.
Alright, gang, brainstorm.
You never had any weapons or equipment to begin with.
You don't have to take his weapons. So, should we make it that we were never here? Or should we make it that we did come? And that we are swiftly told to leave, or that this became an impasse? And keep our alliance with Subria secret in that way?
Keep the alliance. This is an advantage that we don't have over the Cowled Wizards. If we keep on the alliance a secret, we could probably surprise them.
Fair enough. How about we, in that case, we did come, but we were turned away due to the romantic past of Bubbles and Subri, as I have a feeling that we can't go through anywhere in the city without being watched by someone, so I assume they know we came. They just don't know what we did.
I would say that is probably very likely that they watched you come here, and oh no. Oh no.
Subi,
Oh,
are you
no.
alright? Are
What's
you
the-
remembering everything you've done?
I'm mostly okay with all of that.
Wait.
Mostly. There's a teleportation circle in the corner.
Oh, there's
the
a
back.
teleportation circle in the corner.
Yes, in the back.
Should we destroy it?
We also walked in here with a famous person.
With Bubbles.
That's true. Two famous people, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is Bubbles
Sorry.
famous, though?
Zarius?
Yes. Local hero.
I
to the
didn't think he
children.
was real. Thought it was something that the poor people made up.
Well, there you go. A folk hero.
Speaking of, where did he go?
Yeah. I feel
That's a
like
good question.
we should
I don't think
go...
he's on the. I don't think you're on the initiative order.
Oh, whoops.
Just gonna remote in.
15.
Zarius, come in. Zarius, I have disarmed and declothed this elf. You must come see.
All right. He's cracking his knuckles, but he stops dead in his tracks, and then this fucking gloopy dude just murks a drow in front of him, and he is a little confused, but he's playing it cool.
The drow just falls down dead. At turn. 15. Sunday. Okay, so it's Drow's turn. He's incapacitated while you plant this in the head. Davil, is there anything you'd like to do?
Guys, is there teleportation? Do we destroy it? Do we just pretend we didn't notice it? Or do I need to go mark another drow?
There is another drow, Liliana. She's might be full of spiders. Oh no, am I full?
Oh, you might be.
Am I full of spiders?
Don't think spidery thoughts.
You're not the only one.
I don't.
We will.
This is Frank.
He's adorable. I don't. Oh God.
We will handle that later. Unfortunately, we have. Let's stay on track. Stay on target.
Okay. There's a priestess of Loth in the other room.
Okay. In the room where Zarius was headed.
Yes.
All right, Zarius, stay over there. We got one more drow to take care of. I will. I guess I'm gonna go help Zarius take out this drow, and I'm because this guy can hear us. I guess I'll just whisper this so he can't.
He is completely unaware of his surroundings, though it can still hear you. Do you have in the I don't think you do. If you're an enchantment wizard, you can make it so they don't know that Like, they have no idea that their memory has been modified.
No.
Okay. Yeah, in addition to modifying their memory, you make them forget the 4 hours around having their memory modified.
Well, I assume I can. If I can affect 7 weeks, can I not affect the 4 hours I'm
You
doing?
can alter an event that took place up to 7 days ago.
Right, and I'm trying to change this event that we're
Yeah,
currently
just this
going
event.
through. Yeah.
You can change this event
Right.
currently. Yes.
Cool.
It's it's a feature of enchantment wizards that they can cast it so that the person has absolutely no idea that any of this has happened to them.
That's
I was just double checking.
kind of insidious a little bit.
Yeah, that's what happened to Subri. I've made a lot of nasty things for you all.
Neat.
Yes.
Neat.
Okay, so Davril, you tell Zarius, murk the other drow. What are you doing besides that?
I say, Subri, no hard feelings for attempting to stab me. I take out, I don't know if she ever gave it back, but the letter, the love letter, and I hand it to her. I think you two, probably not now, but like, there are still feelings there, and y'all should work that out. I give Bubbles a pat on the back. Tell me how you feel. And I will dash to.
You're not my real dad.
Ouch! Ouch!
Oh.
Ouch!
He's just joking.
A
That's
little tear.
oh, that's definitely me and not her.
Yeah, but I'll dash to go help. Sorry, this.
Okay. Alrighty. It is Supri's turn. Here she is. Go ahead.
I think the enchantment bit is for like charm person, where after the spell effect they know it happened. Because in modify memory, it doesn't say they are aware that they've been modified memoried. You can double check, but it feels like that would be said in the spell.
I think that I may be thinking of if the spell fails.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna double check that feature. I mean, the spell succeeded, so it's not a thing.
I just thought you meant like the report would be, I remember this, but I also remember being modified memoried.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh no, that's not good.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, I can do 30 days ago. Wait,
You
no,
can't.
that's not 11. Wait. Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Well,
You
we're doing
really
right
could
now,
have just
yeah.
cast it at the regular level. It would have been all right.
I don't have those spell slots right now.
Fair enough. It is still Subri's turn. What is Subri going to do? She is going to think really hard at the short sword on her waist and see if it will go away. It doesn't. Just like... My brain is full of spiders.
If it makes you feel better, my brain is full of holes, I think.
Like, geez, that's hardly surprising with you, Blueberry,
Yeah.
but...
You know, I much prefer you this way.
Panicked?
You.
Oh.
You were
Well, that's lovely.
before modify memory. You had an air about kind of like what do you call the ooze friend you have?
Plasmoid.
Adros?
Adros, yeah. Well, you had a aura kind of like akin to his, a bit. Just
Also,
kind of
you-
exuded. I'm gonna kill everyone and everything.
Oh, creepy.
Right, but you were almost sweet with it, which was the worst part with me.
That was nice?
Diplomatic at the very least. It was weird.
Oh. Oh.
You were like flowery villain.
Oh no. She coughs and a spider crawls out of her mouth and across the side of her cheek.
Oh.
But you got way more powerful because of it.
Subri, I don't have lungs, but breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth.
She just casts Intellect Fortress on herself.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
She doesn't know what to do.
That's actually a good idea.
That's fair.
She's having a panic. She panic attacks, casts Intellect's Fortress on herself. And it's Bubbles' turn. And Bubbles will use her her bonus action to give, I don't know, Cervantes a bardic inspiration. And she just says, well, maybe one of us can forego vengeance, but I'm happy to help you get yours.
It's fine by me.
And she reaches out and she plucks the spider off of Subri's face and crushes it. And she just cups her hands around her cheeks and puts her forehead against Subri's, and probably the only person who can hear what she's saying is Metal. And she just quietly talks to Subri.
No, I'm gonna give them their privacy. I don't hear shit.
Zarius!
Zarus is in the middle of this hallway, and this plasma dude rolls up the stairs and one-shots this drow.
Mhm.
And he takes this, like, big heave of a breath and turns around and very intentionally marches towards the plasmoid guy, and standing in front of him says, "What is the matter with you?"
The matter with me? Well, a great deal of many exciting things, actually.
I was afraid that when that whole prison break thing happened, that you had gotten out.
Oh, yes, I did. Absolutely. The fools in the other room let me escape. They gave me an arcane focus, thought I would help them. And instead, I just left.
And
I've had a great deal of... You look familiar. Did I kill you once?
you might have been the man responsible for killing my father.
Ugh.
Oh,
Oh
oh shit.
And he sort of balls his fist. And I thought that it was justice enough for you to spend the rest of your days in a cell. Right now, there's more important things than trying to bring you to justice. So maybe you should use this as an opportunity to leave.
Where would be the fun in that? Justice is an illusion anyway.
Well, right now, the world that I know doesn't have rules. And so maybe once we're done with this, there will be justice again.
Oh, you're a sweet boy. I bet you were very sad when I killed your father.
Oh my god.
I still am.
Oh,
But this isn't how I want things to play out. So why don't you just leave?
huh. But I could instead. What will you do if I don't? Just, what will you do if instead of leaving, I kill that other drow and perhaps that skinny little twink on the other side and turn them all into my undead servants and then I leave?
I can't in good faith let you hurt anyone else here.
Oh, so it would be a fight, huh?
You do what I have to do.
Well, if I remember correctly, I think your father was a fighter too, though it didn't do him very much good.
No, my father did plenty of good.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. I see now. I see now. I'll tell you what. Why don't you go take care of that little drow priestess? And if you can kill her, I won't have to, and then I'll leave peacefully.
No, I don't think I feel like playing by any games. I've made my boundaries pretty clear. You can walk out of here. We can settle this some other time. We can settle this now.
Why don't you make me an...
What's Zarius' last name?
Patricide.
Patricide. I was just gonna say, my name's Zarius Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Why don't you make me a... Are you trying to... but make me an intimidation check.
Okay. A whole 6.
Okay, we'll roll... I'll roll... We'll roll contested intimidation, because why not? See if he's actually intimidated. No, he just sits there and oozes menacingly. No, I don't think I will leave. Your boundaries are very adorable, but... I think you lack a certain killer instinct. So I shall stay and have my fun and deal with you as I need to.
Alright, but you know what I have to do if you cast a spell.
Oh, is the answer hit me?
And he folds his fists and puts them up. He's ready to box. And I will hold my action.
For if he casts the spell, alright. Your
If he
intention...
tries to. Yeah.
Okay, if he tries to cast a spell. Alrighty.
Exciting.
It's the drow's turn. these mages are just going to look at what's happening and just fucking buff.
No.
They're like, no, thank you. The drow priestess looks at the mage that has been downed and is like, oh, I can't really do anything about that. Well, I can't spell. There she is. Okay. What can she do? Well, he's dead. So that's not gonna help.
Quick, diffuse the tension.
Yeah.
Fireball both of them.
Let's see. Ooh! She is going to cast... Just let me see the... Give me. Okay. Ooh, wonderful. Alright. She is going to cast Insect Plague. And it is got a 20-foot radius. Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck.
Uh-oh.
So like she just cast Insect Plague like...
Hmm.
Is that
Right
right?
there.
Yeah. She just cast Insect Plague. Right there. It's a bunch of fucking spiders.
No.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm sure you're shocked.
No, spiders aren't insects.
Well, technically, yes.
She goes, oh no. She has an existential crisis, so she's casting Insect Plague. And make a con save, Zarius.
Ooh. Typically good at those. Let's see what happens. Does a 12 work?
Where's... Hold on. What's her save? What is her save? Come back. No.
Indomitable! I'm gonna re-roll that. See what happens. How about a 20?
Yes, that will work. So you each take 13 piercing damage. And this area is lightly obscured, and it's difficult terrain.
Hmm.
How does math work? Come back. There we go. Okay, that's her turn. And she's just like, I don't want to choke on bile and spiders. And it's Metals' turn.
Subri, we got this assassin up here. Do we need to him or?
Oh fuck! I forgot about that. I forgot about Thaddeus. Do you think that he knows that this is happening? Does he know this is happening? If he knows this is happening,
Is Thaddeus on our side or nah?
no, no,
Very
no.
anti on our side.
But can you make it look? What's the plan?
We could go with that you attacked us after we tried to attack the drow, and that would make sense if we attacked that drow, that he believed as long as you pretended to fight us afterwards. And that's why we ran away in the end, and that's why some of the drow are dead.
Okay. But he can't hear us from over there. So maybe we just leave him.
Forget him. All right,
Sure.
cool. Just all right.
It's gonna take him a really long time to get over. You know what? It's fine.
I feel like I need to go to the other room. So this.
There's a
I'm
lot of
going to-
tension coming from that room.
Yeah, action dash to get to right there and go. Oh, hi, Avril.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Superi's now right in the mine. Actually, I think you were there.
Yeah. So reason mine, everything good though.
Were you able to hear? Yeah, everything. She's hella traumatized. Like,
Makes sense.
holy
I can
fuck.
hear you. I can hear you.
All right, let's order.
Anything? Did you hear anything over here?
No. But I just get the feeling there's like a lot of tension on that. Hopefully, Zarius is okay beating up that drow.
All right, understood. I think that is going to be Metal's turn.
Okay.
That's as far as he can get.
All right. It's this guy's turn. So, what horrific things did I give this man?
Punch him.
Punch him.
I don't think that he particularly is worried about that. Oh, this guy comes back as a zombie.
Yay!
Oh.
Yeah, that guy's a zombie.
Arson!
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, that's a terrible thing for me to do. I love it. So, he casts a spell.
Give me a grapple check real fast.
Are you sure?
Oh, he's acid boy, but we got a strong boy.
Uh-huh.
He's oozy, but I'm gonna grapple him.
That's fine. The spell he casts is Spirit Shroud. So he's
I don't
he's
like where this may be going.
he is surrounded by the spirits of the dead, and they flit and buzz around him. You get the impression that these are the spirits of the fellows of his victims.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
22 athletics, please.
Yeah. We'll get there. He has advantage against that. Because he is ooze, he is going to attempt to just, and he's going to try it. He's going to attempt acrobatics to get out of this, and just roll at advantage. Nope. He's grappled.
And the second action is a punch with advantage. Because I'm taking the attack action, and then I can grab with one and punch with the other.
Okay.
17?
17 is... Yeah, 17 hits. That's his armor class.
Okie doke.
It gives me the damage.
Oh, it's not a whole lot. It's 6. He's punching ooze.
Yeah, it just... around his fist. It feels gross.
Nice.
And so, when you do this, poison sprays out at him.
Ooh,
Oh.
yummy.
No,
So,
God.
make me a con save.
16?
You fail. You take 18 poison damage.
Hell yeah.
He has to make another con save because y'all are still in this insect plague.
Very, very difficult to leave an insect plague whenever you're grappled.
It is. And he fails, so he will take 16 additional damage. Alright, that's his turn. Cervantes. Cervantes de la Vega.
Subri,
Yes, Cervantes.
do you have your shit together now?
That's debatable, but I'm certain that I've got it more together than you used to, so yes.
Well, I certainly hope so. Do these two people look like they're looking at us down the hall? Have they, like... Are they privy to what's going on?
Oh, I asked that question last turn. They can't hear where she is.
Yeah, I will actually say that that guy doesn't exist, and that Lawrence fucked off someplace.
I like
I
this
don't- I-
timeline.
Yeah.
In that case, Subri, do you know where Lismora is? And if so, could you summon her here and we can turn on the anti-magic field and fuck her up?
I think that she's in the Golden Spires. That's where the rest of the... Oh, god damn it.
You know where the rest of them are.
In the Golden Spires, yes. I could call her here.
If you
Could
call
call her
her here and we turn on that anti-magic field,
Yes.
we have every advantage over her.
No.
Yes.
What
You know
was-
how many?
Metal, can you hear me? Metal? Woo, woo.
I...
Are you afraid of her, Subri?
Well, she had her slimy little fingers inside my fucking brain. So,
She had him
Mostly-
in business too.
She put her fingers in me, too.
she didn't put them in me like that. Think what I would like to do is whisk her brainstem out of her spinal column and feed her brain to the spiders I feel crawling around inside of me. Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with me? Yes, I could call her here.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna look at Ian. Ian, what do you think?
I'm hands deep in this man's memories right now. What do you need from me?
Everyone's got fingers in everyone. Jeez. Bubbles, what do you think? Do you? You may not want revenge on Subri, but do you want revenge on Lismora?
There's one thing I learned in the Temple of Agma. Fortune tends to favor the bold. I say do it.
All right, let's do it.
Supri. Hold on. I'm gonna have her roll a wisdom save to see if she thinks this is a good idea.
Before she comes, if you do summon her, if I see her summoning her, I will preemptively cast Bless on the four of us in this room.
Okay. Bubbles thinks about it for a minute and she... Don't you think they'll notice if she's missing?
That's true.
And it wouldn't... If our plan is to have Subri be a double agent,
Then maybe not.
what would I really love to tear her apart?
Revenge is a dish best served cold, so let's let it cool down for a bit, huh? Also, I'd hate to go through this. There's some horrible memories in here.
Yes. My poor dude had, like... He is a male drow. Servant of Loth. He has got some bad memories.
I don't think the Loth Society treats males very well.
No. Nope.
In this case, we're gonna preserve Subri's cover. Bubbles,
Yes.
way to be the voice of reason here.
I think that might have been the only time that's ever happened.
And then I guess this... I'm gonna stay here and hold my action. If anything goes awry, I'm just gonna attack whatever threat comes up.
Okay.
I'll be the bodyguard for these 3 squishies.
Okay. Sounds like an excellent plan. We're back at the top of the round. It is getting late, and so I would like to check with you all. Would we like to call session here?
I do have to wake up a little early, so I'd prefer to call session.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah.
It is the same time here as it is there. So
Yeah.
I may also like to do that. I will say that there's like a 95% chance that my next Tuesday will not be available to DM.
Nice, me too, maybe.
Okay. Cool. So we can try and make it up a different day. Or do whatever. But I just got done with finals week. And my brain feels like oatmeal.
Spider brain.
Spider brain, it's full of spiders.
Right.
It's full of spiders. It's full of spiders, and anything more advanced than making you fight a bunch of mages in a small room seems really difficult.
All right, Charles Manson.
Spider brain.
I got spiders
Death
in
to
my brain.
death to pigs. Wait, what?
Oh boy.
That's a deep cut Charles Manson reference.
Ooh.
So I will let you all know if my plans Tuesday fall through, in which case we will meet, but let's plan on not.
Dope.
Dope.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Excellent. I hope y'all have fun.
Oh yeah.
Very big lore drops.
I was
Big lore drops.
I was worried we'd have to kill Subri, and then we don't have to anymore.
Yeah. Y'all are really lucky she didn't roll real great on her initiative. She's a +9 to initiative.
Plus 14.
Oh my god. Yeah. I
Yeah.
saw your 34. How?
Yeah.
More?
Yeah.
We've
It's
witnessed
hard to forget the combat parts. He got hurt.
Fair.
we have witnessed
Fair.
the danger of splitting up the party. Okay. Zarius goes, I'm gonna fight you! And then everybody leaves, and then Cervantes is like, alright, summon her here! You can't leave us alone!
Sense of reason.
You can't leave us alone!
It's strong boys. That's the problem with the strong boys. Ruled by their emotions.
You killed my wife, you killed my father.
He did a really good job of keeping it together
You did?
until the bad guy literally killed someone in front of him.
And then taunted him about it.
Oh, yeah. That does seem to be my favorite flavor of bad guy, doesn't it?
Welp,
Sorry. I'll have to think of a new bad guy.
GG.
Just silent murders from now on.
No.
Bad guy, silent murders.
Like the... What do you call it? The apologetic villain.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sorry I have to do it.
I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. My boss is telling me to do it,
Yeah.
Just
Maybe I'll
orders.
save that for when you all inevitably have to storm the Golden Spires.
Nice.
I will tell you, so you have something to look forward to, when we conclude this combat session, you all will level up.
Ooh. Nice.
So,
Time to put a level in bar.
oh god.
You
I'm
too.
I'm gonna yeet myself if everyone takes a level in bar. I just,
Bart.
I have enough charisma for Bard.
yeah, Cervantes is a fighter paladin bard.
He's gonna be Tulio, just like... ding.
Lars is a rogue cleric bard.
Traveling
a barbarian. Y'all are just gonna.
Well, it would ultimately be the circle back joke to Buddha saying, are you guys a boy band? The answer is yes.
You
Yes. You
Yeah.
were a boy, you just didn't know it. They just didn't
were. It
know
was
it.
only a matter of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Metal will just have to be either your sound equipment
Exactly.
or yeah, metal is just your amp.
Oh, well, have a good night.
Yeah. Yeah, good night
So-
everybody.
Good
Bye.
night.
Thanks for playing.
Everybody.